On today's First Time Buyer channel, we are going to answer the following question. Should I buy or purchase a home with my girlfriend or my boyfriend? Hey, welcome back. Enrique here with the First Time Buyer channel. And this is a corner of the internet where we talk about everything related to buying a home. Everything related to credit, loans, financing, real estate. What are some of the do's and don'ts? Every piece of information you can think of to buy a home is right here on this channel. So here's what I want you to do. Click subscribe so you can get updates, but you can also go check out some of our other videos where we talk about everything related to purchasing a home. We want to help you become an educated buyer. So today, here's the big question. Should I buy a home with my girlfriend or my boyfriend if we're not married? So that's a big question, right? A lot of people have to decide if that's the right thing to do. So I'm going to give you an educated opinion, and I'm going to give you some facts that hopefully will help you make a decision when you purchase a home. So, nowadays, a lot of people are married. And when they purchase a home, if they live in a community property state, the wife has to be acknowledged in the loan. Some states you don't have to. Husbands can buy by themselves. Wives can buy by themselves. But in many cases, we deal with people that are not married. Either they live together, or they've been living together for a while, or they're planning on moving in together, and they're thinking, should we buy the home now, even if we don't plan to get married in the near future, or maybe we want to plan to get married down the road, or maybe we just don't plan to get married at all. So they call us, or they call for help, or they're trying to figure out what is the best thing to do. So here's some answers and some easy ways to figure out whether this makes sense or not. One of the first things you need to understand is that if you purchase a home with a partner, we're going to call it partner, so that way we don't have to worry about boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever. If you're purchasing a home with a partner that you're not married to, that person is going to have the same rights and responsibilities of owning that home than you do. So the way that the banks are going to see it, they don't really care that you're not married. They're going to treat you as if you were married. You're going to both be responsible for the house, for the payment, for the taxes, and for the insurance. You are both going to be on the title, and you are both going to be on the loan. So that means that if the payment isn't made because your partner forgot, or maybe your partner didn't kick in half of the mortgage, you're still responsible for it. Your credit is going to be affected. So that's something you have to pretty much know ahead of time, because a lot of people think that maybe you are responsible for your half and that other person is responsible for their half. No, you are responsible for the whole thing, and your partner is responsible for the whole thing. So if the payment isn't made, you follow the burden, so does the partner. So just be aware of that. It's not like a roommate situation where you pay your half of the rent and they pay your half and your names are both on the lease. And no, here you are responsible. You're married, you're not married, doesn't really matter. So that brings us to ask the question, is it wise to do that, right? And I'm going to have to get personal with some of you, but the reality is some of you haven't been together long enough to know whether this is the person that you want to be with. So when you make the commitment of purchasing a home together with a partner, that person's going to be on that loan for a long time. And eventually, the only way that you're going to be able to change that is you have to refinance that home to either remove the partner, or the partner has to refinance the home to remove you from the transaction. A lot of people say, well, just take me off the title. That doesn't work. You're still responsible for the mortgage. So this is a decision that you have to think really hard about. Is this a person that I have a strong, committed relationship with, that I feel strongly to own a big asset like a house where you're going to owe $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, $600,000, right? Recently, I had a conversation with someone who purchased a home with a boyfriend, and things didn't work out, and they didn't work out really quickly. Like 3 months later, somebody has to move. So now they're arguing. Well, you move. No, you move. And then she decided, well, I'm going to move. And guess what happened? He started messing around and decided, I'm not going to make the payments because I can afford the payments by myself. So now this other person is trying to figure out, well, now I got to get back in the house, and should I make the payments? They're already 4 payments behind. The home is going to go into foreclosure. There's a lot of implications. Nobody wants to take responsibility for it. they're both going to end up with ruined credit, and they're going to be able to close their chances of owning another home in the near future. So you have to know that this is really the right person to purchase a home. You know, it doesn't matter to me whether you love this person or not, whether you're in a committed relationship or not. It's a purchase of a big asset, and you need to think, is this the person that I want to own a house with? And is this person responsible? Am I going to be moving forward with this person to be able to make the payments? There's really no other way around it. Now, a lot of times, you know, when you are in a relationship that you've been for a long time with a partner, you already own other assets, you know, and you just don't want to get married, then it makes sense, right? You own a home, you understand the responsibilities of living together, you understand the responsibilities of managing credit together. That's not a problem. I recently did a refinance for someone who, you know, lives with a partner. They've been together 15 years, you know, they've refinanced twice, they've owned 2 different houses. They never have any problems. For them, marriage is just a piece of paper. That's their opinion, right? So you have to make that decision for yourself. Just know that it's a difficult decision because there's implications to it. Now, what happens if you purchase a home and you decide you don't want to be with that person anymore and you're going to break up? Well, you're going to have to either sell the house and divide the assets, or one of you is going to have to refinance it by themselves and then buy out the other person so the other person can take away their equity. It's very complicated. Now, I wish I could tell you here that that's not something that happens often. A month doesn't go by that I don't get a phone call from someone in that situation who's trying to figure out, how do I buy this person out? How do I keep the house? Can I afford it by myself? And then sometimes they have to bring a cosigner like a parent. So it's a messy situation. So I'm not going to answer the question for you. Should you buy a home with a partner, with a girlfriend, with a boyfriend? What I'm going to tell you is, think hard about what to do. Seek some counsel from somebody you trust. Is this the right person that I should be buying a house with? The answers will come if you ask the right questions to the right person. If you want to find out more, or you want an opinion on a very specific situation, reach out to us. 760-488-6482. Don't forget to hit subscribe. We're always here to help you. I wish you the best. Good luck. Have a great day.